Hi everyone. I'm very happy to share the screen today with Dr. Anjali, who scored an amazing rank of 16 in the recently conducted November INI-CET. So before we begin with this interview session, Dr. Anjali, heartiest congratulations to you and your entire family, especially your mom who's sitting beside you. So heartiest congratulations from the entire team of PrepLadder. How is it feeling? A very cliche question, but I want to start with that.
Well, it is surreal right now. It's very hard to absorb it. It will take some days to sink in, but yes, finally it's done, and I'm so happy कि अब मुझे आगे पढ़ना नहीं पड़ेगा.
Wow, I think that's the best motivation any student can have कि आगे at least ये वाले subjects नहीं पढ़ने पड़ेंगे. So Dr. Anjali, tell us something about yourself because a lot of students have joined us live. They would want to know which college are you from, which attempt was this. After that, we'll go to your preparation strategy also.
Yeah, so I have completed my MBBS from Government Medical College, Baroda in Gujarat, and this is my second attempt to INI-CET. I gave the May INI-CET and I completed my internship this year itself.
Okay.
So my first INI-CET, I was 244. Then I gave the NEET PG where I was 25th, fifth rank, and
Okay.
I'm 16th now.
Okay, so overall, if you just look at your journey in this short span, they have all been very amazing ranks. So sometimes when you get a rank of 244, you know in that INI-CET you must be getting certain subjects. Still, you decided to give another attempt for a better branch and a better rank. So how was this journey of reading the same subjects again? Because most students say that it becomes monotonous, right?
It it does become monotonous. I would say that during the process of transition from INI to NEET, it was a very tough phase because being a pioneer for my family, getting qualified for AIMS and getting some seat in any of the branches was a huge thing right now at that time. So everyone was like, "Ki, later seat, abhi mat chodo, who gets it? What will happen next? You don't know." And I just said, "Ki, nahi, I have always performed something in a range of under 100 always. I've never seen that three-digit rank, and that was the first time I was seeing it. So that was a kind of shock to me. Like everyone around was happy, and I was crying and crying. Ki, yeah, this is not what I deserve. I know I can do better, and that was the push that made me move forward. That I'll give the chance. I'll take a chance.
Correct. So I think that you had set your own goals and you had certain expectations from yourself, but there must have been days when you didn't feel like studying. And since you were studying at home, I think I will ask this question to your mom that, ma'am, how was she studying? क्या ये पूरा टाइम पढ़ाई करती थी या कुछ दिन ऐसे होते थे जब इसका नहीं मन करता था, आप उसको मोटिवेट करते थे? How was she as a student? Because I think पेरेंट्स को सबसे ज्यादा पता होता है कि पढ़ाई के टाइम पे क्या टैंट्रम्स बच्चे थ्रो करते हैं.
यस मैम, मतलब बच्ची तो बहुत बहुत ही हार्ड वर्किंग रही है, इसमें कोई शक की बात नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी
Truly.
पढ़ के कभी कभी तो बच्चे ऐसे हो जाते हैं कि थोड़ा सा ऐसा मन हो जाता है कि उब गए हैं, ये हो रहा है,
Correct.
तो थोड़ा सा मोटिवेट करना पड़ता था कि बेटा बस थोड़ा सा और इंतजार है, इसके बाद आपके लिए गोल्डन डोर खुल जाएगा, जो जितने सारे शौक हैं आपके वो पूरे हो जाएंगे। और अभी टाइम है, जो टाइम चला जाएगा वो फिर नहीं आएगा। तो कुछ ऐसी बातों से समझा करके, मतलब 11th क्लास से ही बहुत ही करीब रही।
Well, she has been the best motivation, I guess, क्योंकि हमारी family में कोई doctor ही नहीं है. So thinking
Okay.
about this field also makes them, it's unreal. It doesn't happen. Being the level of competition right now, people don't choose this field, and she's the only person who's motivating me so much कि बेटा तेरे अंदर वो talent is कर सकती है. So yeah, a major part of my journey.
That's so nice to hear because I think that's the best motivation. I mean, after this, you don't need anyone else. And I can totally imagine being a first generation doctor. It is so difficult to put across certain points. And if your parents understand your journey, अगर घर पे समझ आ जाए कि क्या stress है, क्या pressure है, and आपको वो घर से support मिल जाता है, तो आपकी journey it definitely becomes a lot easier. So thank you, ma'am, कि आपने उसे support किया because जो rank इसकी आई है, वो definitely हर स्टूडेंट के लिए एक ड्रीम रैंक होती है एंड आई एम श्योर दिस इज गोइंग टू एज शी सेड एज योर मॉम सेड इट्स अ गोल्डन डोर इट्स गोइंग टू ओपन सो मेनी थिंग्स अहेड ऑफ यू यू probably don't have much of an idea right now but it's going to open a lot of avenues so thank you so much मैम कि आपने उसे सपोर्ट किया एंड स्पेशली दोबारा अटेम्प्ट देने के लिए सपोर्ट किया सो दैट शी कुड गेट अ बेटर रैंक एंड अब जो भी इसके ड्रीम्स है शी विल मूव टुवर्ड्स इट थैंक यू सो मच मेरी तरफ से थैंक यू फॉर मोटिवेटिंग हर देयर. So, Dr. Anjali, we'll quickly scan through your preparation also once for students who've joined in live. just tell us with the most important thing, that is, how did you analyze the GTs, whether you gave them on the PrepLadder app, and how were you approaching them? Because I think this time the exam had a lot of multiple option questions. So I think the role of GT became very important. So what was your approach to GT as well as the analysis of the same?
Yeah, first of all, ma'am, yes. Sorry.
No
First
way.
of all, ma'am, I think the way PrepLadder has curated out the GTs, it's giving us that this multiple choice questions. I think that makes us better
Right.
adapted to the kind of pattern which is going on right now. And secondly, I think there has to be some inquisitiveness in the student itself. Why is the other options, or why are the other options not correct? Because right now we need to just eliminate the options and get to the answer to the kind of pattern INI-CET is setting all about. एक पूरा पढ़ के भी जाओ तो भी it feels at the point कि यार ये क्या है, जो पढ़ा है वो आता नहीं है, और जो नहीं पढ़ा that comes out. So yes, and analyzing the cheating is very important. Like I used to be first like जो मेरे गलत हुए, let's analyze that first. And I'm that kind of person. So I analyze all the options. I need to know if I was somewhere in confusion between the two options and I somehow eliminated it and got it right. I had to know कि क्यों ऐसा हुआ या क्यों नहीं हुआ. Then secondly, I'll approach those questions which I did not attempt, and finally I'll go to those questions which were correct. So I'll just go in the mood ki like फटाफट से कर दो. I know the concept. I just need to know कि if I missed out something, there's something in explanation which I need to know. And I used
Right.
to
So
at the
this,
time that the pink and yellow colors are there in PrepLadder. So
okay,
yeah,
yes.
it's two.
So this stepwise analysis, were you analyzing your GTs the same day or were you dividing it over the week?
I think that was the major mistake to my journey. I used to do it 10 days later. I think जो भी एक हफ्ते का time frame होता है of the GTs, that used to go away, and after 10 days I'll come back. So I think that's a major setback. People should do it in a 2 days, 3 days time period, I guess, because that makes you realize कि हाँ ये मैं सोच रही थी and just did not work out. After 10 days you forget कि क्या सोच रहे थे और क्या निकल रहा है.
Right. True. And I think the approach that you've said is so perfect, that you first attempt the incorrect ones, then the ones that you didn't attempt, and in the end, you keep your correct ones. And of course, the color coding worked for you. Let's also come to the next most important question, which is how to consolidate your syllabus. While we were talking before we started with this interview, you told me that how you used LRR sessions for that consolidation. So if you could just guide students who are going to appear for May 2026 INI-CET, how should they go ahead with live classes and usage of LRR?
So basically, when I started with my journey, I started with the main videos and just go about clearing your concepts with the main videos as far as this preparation journey is concerned. And once you're done with the main videos and you think you have a good hold on your concepts, that you will come through, when you do custom modules and GTs, you'll get an idea कि हाँ सब सही चल रहा है, you're on the pace, and then resort to the other videos, which I did in the later half of my internship. Now I have to go to this LI rapid revision videos kind of thing, because
Correct.
syllabus itna zyada vast hai that if you go on doing that thing, it is kind of going to be a shortcoming that's coming on your way. So you need to consolidate it, and I think that's a major setback when people have worked so hard for this examination, and there are very few people who come up to a good rank. So I think that makes a major difference कि आप कैसे consolidate करते हो. And finally,
Correct.
as I said, you कि मैं 2 घंटे आराम कर रही थी after NEET PG. So yeah, then I resorted to LRR that I want the most consolidated things, the most strike whatever questions has been asked in the past. I just get to know that because Anna is more of concerned regarding PYTs and PYTs per
Yes.
se. So I wanted कि at least उतना पता हो तो I'll make it up with the examination. Yeah.
Right. So, along with consolidation, what was your go-to revision strategy? How were you retaining so much of information for such a lengthy duration of time?
Yeah, I think that is different for people to people. Where I have friends who just go about reading for 15 days, 20 days a particular subject. I'm that kind of person who एक बार सिर्फ देखता जाएगा, and I do that twice or thrice. So I am that repetition वाला person rather than taking a longer duration for a particular subject. So I think that helped me a lot in the journey.
And I
And
think that repetition has somewhere helped you, get attempt that you were going through different exams, because the more you repeat and the more you revise, obviously it gets more strengthened in your mind. So I think that has just wonderfully worked in your favor. If I just make you point out 5 subjects which would be very important for someone, of course everything is, but those top 5 which has to be paid more attention to, keeping INI-CET in mind, what would be those 5?
Yeah, so I'd say the first and second year subjects, but considering only 5 subjects, it's I think ANAT, which plays a major role, 15 to 20 questions every time, image based. Pharmac, you cannot ignore that. They are going to ask on it.
You like it or you don't, you have to do it.
Calculation plays a huge role. I think 10 to 15 questions strike on, and there's nothing so complex into that. But वो easily possible. वो तो आना चाहिए. If you mess with that, the ranks are going to be going far apart. Then patho. Patho is the whole and soul. I think uske bina you cannot excel in INI-CET. PACE is another one subject. I don't know why they have so much of interest into this subject, but yeah, let's have it. And I think
We also don't know why, but yeah.
and one more, it's OBG. It's I think single subject taking a lot of profit and advantage into it. कि बहुत सारे मार्क्स उनको देने वाले इसके लिए बैठे
So I think that's to be noted for anyone who's starting their May INI-CET journey. Even now, these should be your top 5, 6 subjects which you need to master at least before this year ends, and that should be your target right now. The 5, 6 subjects that Dr. Anjali has listed, I think they should be your go-to subjects. And after these 6 subjects are done, then you can take on the others, which are also important. So, Dr. Anjali, coming back to what are your future plans? I mean, which aims, which branch, anything decided, or you're still in the pipeline of shortlisting things?
Okay, so I'm a kind of non-surgical branch person, so mostly into radio, derma, and peds. I guess I'm sort of interested, so I'll figure it out now. What is gonna be
Right. And any particular aims? Is it AIMS Delhi which you're targeting, like
I guess
everyone else?
saying Delhi. Let's see. Let's
Perfect.
hope we forget it.
I'm sure you will get through whatever you're aiming for. And thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. I think what students have taken back from this journey of yours is, of course, a lot of hard work, a lot of patience, consistency. But what I would want students to highlight in your journey is a lot of clarity, that you were constantly taking action on whatever was going incorrect. And you had a lot of clarity, whether it was to do with your strategy or with your way of approaching the GT. So I think clarity is something which I would also learn from you, students would learn from you. And I think thank you so much for sharing this journey with us. Wishing you all the very best for your future, and heartiest congratulations once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.